Okay, we are now live. All right, let's give people some time to come in here. Hey, Alex, Laura, congrats if you took those. Um, yeah, um, here you go. Everyone sees that today. All right, Alex, what group are you in, by the way? Are you in I just was wondering, are you in my group or are you in a different Discord? What group are you guys in? But see, welcome you guys here to the YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I do post every single day on, my trade recaps and everything like that. Oh, and no limit. Oh, nice, nice. Glad you made money, Alex. If you did make money, please be sure to post the profits in the description and be sure to tag me if you did make money. Okay. And let's break it down now. If you would like to get a better glimpse of why we took IWM. Hey, Joe. Welcome, Joe. Nice to meet you. Um, Pretty much, but we're going to break down the trade on IWM today, and then so you guys can get a better glimpse of why did we take that trade and the alongside of why was the potential of this trade to break the highs here. Welcome. Wow, we have a lot of members tuning in today. Okay, guys. So let's break down IWM, right? So let's go down to the replay here, and we can replay this here, right? So let's go to the replay time now, right? And we can replay this here, right? All right. So let me move this here, right? And delete all this suckers. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So, um, all right. So today we were really bullish during the pre-market hours, correct? So let's continue fast forwarding. We had a strong rip higher, right? This is the 1 minute time frame, and let's just not try to, buy anything here, right? We wait for a potential setup. So don't trade anything until most likely after 9. So it's called a 30-minute rule. For all those that trade alongside us here, we emphasize in my Discord group, do not take a trade in the first 30 minutes of basically the market, right? So I emphasize that with everyone in my group here. We just do not want to take any trades within the first 30 minutes of the market open. Why? Because the market is very volatile during these hours, and we do not know where trend is, heading towards. So, okay. So we did the reason why we took this trade here, right, is because we have a push higher, a pop and grind. What I mean by a pop and grind is we can see price is literally, you have your push initial move, right? You have your first initial move here, right? And then you grinding higher, right? So now what's that mean to us here? We just extend this out as far as possible, right? And let's keep fast forwarding this. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Right now, we extend this to this high or wherever the case may be. Let's say this high here, and you see this here. We are continuing higher, right? So price is literally just you know continuing grinding, right? So what we call this is a pop and grind setup. What that telling us is buyers are strong, correct? But however, they're losing some type of momentum because we're making consistent higher highs, right? So what do I like in this setup? So you have your strong move hot up, right? So you have your strong move up. Now price, let me readjust this here. You're grinding. Let me make that a little bit better. So you have your pop and grind, right? Grind. So price is literally doing this, right? Now, what I want you to do is basically your first initial push higher, right? I want you to draw a trend line where the high is, where it's meeting all of the price, like the highs, right? And you copy and paste this to the low, right? You copy and paste this to the low, right? And let's see, this is literally what we're about to go. Let me kind of extend this a little bit further out here and make that a little bit better. This is kind of ugly. So, all right. So we basically, first move, initial move high, right? And then price tends to, pop, make a new high, pop, make a new high, pop, make a new high, right? So now what we do is, right, we draw this, let's say use this here, right? We use this here and we anchor it off of every single high. So it basically is like that, right? We're touching every single high here, right? Now extend this as far as you can, right? Right. All right. Now put this down towards this low, right? This is what I want you guys to see here, right? So let me delete this here and this arrow, right? Now we copy and paste this here. We anchor it off of this low, right? And then we continue fast forwarding, bing, 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 bing. All right. So yeah, for those that are wondering, um, yes, we did continue higher, correct, right? And let's see, this anchor is not very nice here, so let's draw that better here. Let's do this better. So let's draw this trend line down, right? And then I'm gonna use a different type of tool that I usually use here, right? Right, and let me change the settings and extend that left. All right. All right. Now for this setup, we go to the 3-minute. Let's go to the 3-minute here, right? We can use it a little bit better on a 3-minute, so you can see that basically the grind setup. So you have a grind here. Let me move all this there, right? And then you copy and paste this setup here, right, to the new low. That's better. That is a lot better, actually. So low of the day. Now we go to the 1-minute, right? We broke below it, right? And this is not, I don't know how did we do it earlier, but I posted it in the group. Let me go back to the group and find it. Go back to the group. Oh, I did this. Oh, okay. All right. You don't have to touch all of it. This is how we did it, actually. So you have a pop grind, right? Now we draw this, copy this, and draw it off this low. And we use it like this here. A little bit more better, like that angle. Right? And then you can draw this here. Delete that. All right. So 1 minute, right? We're below the VWAP. This is the VWAP here, right? So now you're getting that move lower, right? You're getting that push lower, right? All right, let's continue fast forwarding. Bing, push higher. This is where we added some here and rip, 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 boom, 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 and squeeze the shorts here, squeeze, right? See it? They try to short here, right? See it? They tried here, failed, squeeze, and constantly squeeze them out, retest that prior high, and continue, never look back. We made new highs, right? This is the reason why. So you have, this is where you enter that little, basically, you have your pop, grind. So this is what I want you to do. Write this down. Pop and grind. First test. First test is the best test. So this is a long setup, right? We took this today, and these banked, right? So you can do this set, you can do that. Like we can do, there's so many ways where we can take advantage of this play. So let's say you make here, right? Price from this low using the fib, right? From your low to high here, retrace on the 50%. So basically, you're getting a 50% off of the calls here from this high, and you make a new high here, and price is going, higher, and squeezes higher, and rejected at the 618. So rejection here. This trade guaranteed us over 200% off of this entry here, right, to this exit here. So fib to fib, literally over 200%, 220%. So this is how you can take that trade. So that's one reason why we took that. So let's delete all this here, and let's go over to Amazon and why we took Amazon today for the long side, right? Okay, now what we saw this morning was, okay, let me kind of replay this over here. Oh, somewhere around the exact time on this. 10:50. So 10:50, somewhere around here. Actually, it was somewhere around here. So we waited patiently, and this candle gave us that. I think we entered around this candle here. 10:50, somewhere. Wait, after. This is most likely the candle we entered. Wait, let me see. No. 10:30. Yeah, we alerted it around this time, right? So I saw a potential trap setup. So what I mean by this is you're making consistent lower lows, right? If you draw the fib from, if you look from the 3-minute time frame, and you anchor it, right? You anchor the, your fib. We took this scalp somewhere here, right? What I saw was, okay, you made lower low staircasing. So what I mean by staircasing, you're basically, this is what it is. It's a pop low, grind low, right? And you draw a anchor off this low, right? Copy and paste. Now you get that first initial move, right? This is the first initial move, right? That first initial move down. Now you anchor it. You anchor it. First move up, right? First move up. We took calls. We didn't take short here. First move up. This is called a pop and grind failure pattern. And then you break lower. We played the other side of it today for a nice 13% banger, right? That was a setup that we took. Let me delete all this stuff so you can see. So this is what we saw. We saw a push lower, grind, right? And then we took calls around here, around this time, around like this candle here with the initial stop loss at this low. we took calls around here with the stop loss at this low, right? Where we're targeting this low here. And we took these to bing, 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 bing. We were out a majority on this green candle, and we were out here. Why did we take that trade? So what I said earlier is you usually get that first test, right? So you see here, let me delete this, right? You see now we're staircasing lower, right? So we have this push lower here. So you have your staircase, right? Your staircase. Draw that staircase better if you can. Use that one there. Right? This is your staircase. Let me delete this. Right? That's your staircase. Price moving in a similar direction here. Let me delete all this too, so you guys can see. Right? Price moving in a grinding lower, right? This looks like a grind, right? Right? So now what you do is you draw the anchor point, what we mentioned earlier from that high, right? Look at that. Does not get any picture perfect at all. Literally, you can use this anchor point here and move this a little bit lower. There you go. Right? We played the other side of it. This was perfect, pitch perfect. See, you have your anchor here. Let me change the color of this to like pink. No, that's not green. And what color do you think that would be good? How many years have I been trading in? How long? I've been trading for over 5 years, and I've been making really like I don't trade. I used to trade full time, but I have another side job. Um, I do this like part time, but currently because I'm a contractor, I don't trade as often. But if you're in my group, you know that we bank every single day, so you know I don't have to tell you how much profit I make, but I mean I'm pretty relatively green this year, so. But you see here, you have that pop and grind, right? You have that pop and grind lower, right? So this is your basically the lower momentum here. Your first test right here, best test. So this is where you enter short if we were to play short side, but we played the call side and we want to retest this low. So let's play fast forward. We broke that low. That's where we trim some and continue lower. Never look back. Oh, there we go. Price came back up around 10. And I guess I'll try to retest VWAP. And there you go. So, or you can draw this now here. Right? That's more like it. This is more like it. Right? First test. These. Here we test. Oh no, we actually enter somewhere here. Right? It was 11:05. Oh, somewhere here. Sorry, we alerted them somewhere here. 11. So we got in around 10:50. So 10:50. This candle, right? Oh, that's okay. That's oops on me. So this is why I entered this setup. So let me draw this here, right? All right. Reason why we took the setup, this is what you call a bear trap, right? You have a higher high in price. So this made a new high, higher low, higher high, right? This is your higher high. But look, you have your neckline, right? This is where your support is, right? But what they want you to do here is they want to fake you out on this. So they want you to, for those that are probably entering here, right? Once you see this setup right here, I bet you're guaranteed to close your position. Once you close that position, they buy it up and they push it higher, right? So I alert these at what time is this? We said around 10:57. 10:57 here at this candle. These were at 10%. Oops, that like looks better for some weird reason. This candle was up 10%. And we said it's squeezing, push higher 13% at this candle at 11:05 here. 11:05. 11:05 here. And we were out basically here after that. And I said, as soon as it said position, Amazon position, take here, all of it done for the day, right? And why did I see that? Why did I say that? So look, you ready? This is the reason why we took out all the trade. We took the trap setup, the bear trap setup, right? It's the bear trap setup. This is where we entered at, literally right here on this red candle, right? Why did we take this setup and why did it fail, right? So look, now you see around price move low, right? Grind lower, right? Now you mark the trend line, so that low, and you copy this high here, right? You can do the same thing here. Let's copy and copy this, right? And drag it up top to this high. Here it goes. Extend this out, right? So look, you have this is your failure pattern. So your first test is always the best test. So this is literally your first test right here, where you could have took a short, like where we got out at on the call side, and we were out of this joint at 13%. Like we played both ways. You could have closed the calls and went short, right? And Amazon never looked back. Continued lowered the whole day. Did not look back at all, right? And squeeze and shorts here, right? You say you short here, right? You enter here somewhere, stop above the high here, and just move your anchors, right? By no means you would have got squeezed out on these puts, right? Bang. Look. And I was looking for a short today and didn't really get the price I saw, and just just didn't look back. We played the cost today because I didn't want to play against the momentum, because momentum for the price action on the buy side was pretty strong, and price continued lower, right? Till like, I'm not sure, but let's go see. So that alone, let's say you took that trade, right? One contract up, that risk to reward on this is literally 17 times your money on that short that we took out and got out of the calls. This is what you call a popping grind failure trap setup down. The same way we take for the other, literally for IWM, the same setup. But this one is where we short, if we were to short, right? Okay. What research do you recommend as far as technical analysis and charting? Learning how to read traps, failure patterns. Um, don't you Everyone wants to learn how to trade the breakout of this, wants to learn how to trade, the retest. Don't trade that. Like if you look here, right? SPY, you see this, right? I get it. Everyone wants to learn how to trade breakout, whatever the goddamn thing they call that stuff. This, yeah, you don't want to do that, right? You take the breakout here, right? Let's see here. You take the breakout here, retest, or whatever the case may be. Your stop is, I don't know, whatever swing low, this high, right? Let's say this is your high. That's a one-to-one risk to reward. Is that a good trade? Let me ask you that. Is that a good trade or no? I personally wouldn't take that, right? As soon as you think it's going to go higher, back down. Right? You don't want to take that. That's not a good risk to reward setup. You want a risk to reward setup like this, right? You ready for this mind blowing thing, right? Fib, right? Go to 3 minute. Watch the candle confirmation close. Literally. Now you go to 1 minute. Actually, let's go to the 1 minute so you can see what I see. You see a staircase lower, right? This is your staircase lower. Your staircase lower, right? Copy that. This is your staircase, right? Beautiful setup, right? You're training in this staircase, and if you use fib, you're getting a discount off the cost from the initial move from pre-market lows at 8:17 in the morning or 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to this pullback here at the 70%. These were 70% off on calls at this pullback, right? And traded nearly over, like probably close to 500%, and then rejection down, right? So, and if you drew fib from that low or whatever the case may be, it literally came back down, but you can anchor it here, right? Let me go to the 3 minutes so you can see a better view. You draw the fib here from this low to this high, right? We saw that there was buyers here at this golden zone and failed back down lower, right? And let's look here on to the market Monday's low. I mean Friday's low here. That is pre-market at 10. So we can draw the anchor here, right? And we're at still the golden zone here. It's holding here, right? We saw buyers intensively at this 500 level. Break below this area at 499 or 480, no, 498. We will see a potential gap fill here at if I get it 480, 498, and then 494. If that is a gap fill. 494. Yeah, 494 gap fill for sure. 494. So that's another gap fill we'll be watching. But let's move fast forward here, right? You want to see what we're looking at now. Let's go to the 4-hour actually. Go to the 4-hour. Right? Everybody's waiting. Let's go to the daily chart. Right? Price is really overextended now. If we look here, this right, you have the divergence that we spoke about previously on the daily chart, right? You have higher highs in price. Price is moving, making higher highs, but lower lows and lower highs on the momentum, which signifies we are potentially going to go lower soon. So that's that we saw. And if we can not hold soon, we might go back to 480, no, 493.75, and we have a tweezer, potential tweezer here on the daily. Here you see here it was a strong hammer or something like that earlier today, but price wasn't able to hold inverted hammer, right? Yeah, consistent higher highs here, but now momentum is starting to shift downwards. So this is what I'm looking for on Tuesday. Maybe looking to adding short side puts soon. That'll be a nice setup. Just that's what I'm looking for. And if we go to the daily chart, right, we anchor off of this low. We go back down here, this low at the 407 456 to this high, we'll look to add around 444 or 436. I'll say 439 would be nice to add into the call side, right? You have a FEG here that needs to be filled for sure. This FEG was, or this 420, 420 is kind of too low. But I mean, we will look to add into any long positions at around 444.21 would be great. That's what I'm looking for. But are there any questions from any of you guys here? Or if you guys have any questions, feel free to type in chat. What resources do you recommend as far as, man, I just recommend, like, honestly, learning price, use VWAP, Fib. Learning how to read price action is really key to success in the market. Like learning how to read candles and trap patterns is very like one of the best ways to be profitable in this market, because you have, if you know where, and knowing supply and demand is also a way to be profitable in this market. So so uh rules to become a successful day trader. Start one. Supply and demand slash or ICT, which is another term for it. CT or slash F or no ICT or FEG. It's just same stuff. Honestly. Number two, VWAP. VWAP is basically tells you who's in control. When price is above VWAP, then buyers in control. If below, then seller in control. So you see here, seller in control now. Earlier today, buyers in control, right? Volume. So you see a slight decrease in volume. That means that there's something that we're showing some type of weakness. If you see high volume, you don't want to trade inside or outside, whether it's low volume. And second, you don't RSI only on larger time frame. Only in larger time frame. 15-minute max plus. Right? Next one you want to look into is Fibonacci. Yes, Fibonacci. Fibonacci for better entries. Better and discounted entries. Long or short. Third, traps, failure patterns, and gaps. That's something else that you need to look into. What else do we need? SMA for larger time frames only. So like 4 hour, like 1 hour plus. Look at the hours pre-market, see potential buyers and sellers. And this is my rule. This is how what I use nowadays to help me get a bias in this market. So, oh, so I forgot. Find gaps to determine where the hole is. Price always fills the previous gap. Oopsies, let me delete that. Okay, and did you Crockett? Did you always Crockett? Do you always use the 5 minute chart? 1 minute is not accurate, right? It always fakes out. Depends. I use the 5 minute, 1 minute, and 3 minute. 1 minute kind of gives me a better like system for like trap setup. So you won't see a trap setup unless you see it in a small time frame, right? For example, let's look here. You have a trap setup right here, right? You have a higher high in price. But it's not trap setup. Let's go back to here. No, they have a trap. This is a trap setup. So you have a trap setup. If I can draw a square. Trap. This is a trap setup, right? You have right here higher high in price, right? This is your this is where your support is, right? Where they bounce it higher, right? Now you have a higher high in price from this low, from this high here, and this previous high here. If like it will drop, let me draw it though. Right? That's your high, right? Your low, high, higher low, higher high, right? And then they fall, push price lower here, right? We enter here to here. But what if you're looking for a break of this high, which we never got? That's still a bear trap setup. You can't see this on a 3 minute. Ain't no way. Oh, you can. Oh yeah, that is. You can see this on 3 minute, right? You can see this on a 3 minute. So that is valid too. 5 minute, not really. You need more candles for confirmation on that. But this is pretty solid on the candle confirmation on a 3 minute. 1 minute a little bit better because you have more candlesticks so you can see a little bit better. But 3 minutes little likely to be a little bit more um, picture perfect, right? And then push lower. This is a bear trap setup, but then bears came back in and rejected it and went lower. Any more questions here, guys? But here, take a screenshot of this. This is how you get a better visual of because you don't need all the extra indicators in this market like everyone thinks. You don't need it. All the extra other indicators is all noise. Yeah, no problem. Okay, Rocket, you got it, man. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Um, you know where to find me. Like, just message me on Discord at Sweet Queen Trades. If you guys are interested in becoming a part of my member section, the group is literally free. So we are just my Discord link is literally down below. If you guys would like to be into the added into the group, that's there for you guys too. Um, that's pretty much that. We try to teach you guys a lot about just kind of finding better systems of ways of trading, because you know I don't want you guys to lose money. I want you guys to kind of get a better glimpse of how to find better setups in this market. So, but I hope everyone kind of learned something today, because you know this is the only way we succeed in this market, right? So, is there any more questions from anyone? Oh, that's good, man. Glad I can kind of teach you a little bit here and there. Tomorrow, so what we witnessed today was you know, like if we go back on a daily chart, right? What is the big news releasing tomorrow that we're, everybody's kind of waiting for and all that stuff, right? So CPI is tomorrow, which is um, consumer price index, right? And we push up constantly for that. And what do they usually say? They usually say, you know, buy it before the news, or pump it before the news and then dump it on the news. So that's what we're looking at, and I'm kind of assuming that too. So maybe if the news for um, what we're expecting for you know the market is, like, if CPI is good, they might dump it. You're starting to see a lot of companies do good for earnings, and prices starting to dump on good companies. It's just kind of weird to me. So just can't just trade the trend for the smaller time frame, and don't expect you know we're still in a bull market, right? And correction will be soon, and this is might be the best time for us to load off the dip soon. And if you guys are in my group, we do post all this stuff here for you guys. Just don't don't expect too much, and there's no reason to know do anything here if you guys don't understand. We're in the group to provide some type of knowledge and help you guys throughout your trading journey. So glad to see 7 or 8 members of you here today. If you guys are new to my channel, or like find value in what I post, feel free to message me or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to provide some sentiment of value for all you guys, and try to teach you guys how to fish in the market, and just, provide some type of trading strategy, fundamental analysis, and, kind of um, give you guys an overview of what I see. So if you guys enjoy this, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great Monday. And see you guys tomorrow. Peace, guys.